You
Uh,
gotta love this guy though. We
That's our
live, baby.
dog.
That's our dog. Yeah, he live, baby. What's up? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I said good morning, everybody.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
oh, we
All
thought you were
right.
talking to the family members. We didn't know you were talking to us.
You talking to everybody who's listening?
Be clear.
Everybody who listening.
Be clear.
Jimbo, we're not
What's
gonna
up?
do that this morning. We're not you was being a little forceful this morning. Hey man, y'all welcome back to another family barbecue, man. This is family talk. Let's discuss it. It's your boy B, the CEO.
Nick.
Jody Hendricks on the other side.
Why
Coach
did you
A.
change your shirt?
Uncle
And this
Bud.
Pud,
Uncle
Chef
Bud,
Chef
Jimbo.
Jimmy.
And we got
Golly.
Rhea down.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on,
My
Rhea, this
turn.
morning? We got Rhea joining us this morning, man. Hey man, how
I'm
y'all
good. I'm
feeling
good.
this
I'm
morning?
good.
Hey, can we pause real quick?
Okay.
Everybody that's on, everybody that's listening, please do us a big favor. We gonna give everybody 5.
What'd you say, Jimbo?
5 minutes.
Bro.
Please, Fro. I'm
Bro.
sure you're gonna say 5 minutes to share, like, and share.
5 to 10 seconds to share the screen.
If you old, you got to give them a little more time. You know, old people take time. 5 to 10 seconds to share.
There's no such thing as old. They graceful.
They call it, and what we from? They say the seasoned folk. Seasoned folk.
Season. That's right. Season.
Season.
So y'all go ahead and like, share, and we're gonna be right back. Here with the intro beat.
Let's get it.
Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good. Straight up, it's all
Jimmy, do you
good.
not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
Tell them I ain't mad if they ain't know. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Ain't nobody ever take this moment from me.
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard her
Man,
cut
man,
somebody out in traffic. I don't want no
for
problems with
real.
that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problems with that.
All right. Y'all know what time it is. If you don't know what time it is, I'm about to tell you what time it is. It's news with Coach A, baby. It's news with Coach A.
Oh,
It
you
is
know it's
news
that
with Coach
time.
A. Hit him with it, Coach.
All right, hold on. You ready? Let me get the right clip, man. You caught me off guard. It's good. You know I had a week off, so you know what I'm saying. When
You gotta
Jimbo,
put
y'all did
yourself
it.
up there, huh?
Yeah, it threw me off.
Morning is upon us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. It is news with Coach A. If you are at home, make sure you get your coffee and your tea. Sit down and listen to me. That's what's up. So listen. I wish I should have put this. I should have put this song in here, but I'm just gonna have to do it a cappella. H to the is O, V to the is A. Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. H to the
Okay.
is O, V to the is A. That's the
Okay.
A.
Okay.
Throw your damn hands up. Guaranteed that's the song Kyle Rittenhouse was thinking in his head as he walked out the court when everybody found the whole jury found him not guilty of all the charges. Listen up. The jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial came back with a
Oh, God.
unanimous verdict. Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all the charges after pleading for self-defense. Rittenhouse was on trial for killing two men and wounding a third with a rifle, AR-15, while defending the burning city of Kenosha. The jury took 3.5 days to deliberate, allowing rumors to run rampant about possibly a mistrial or even a guilty verdict. After 2 weeks of listening to testimony and evidence, the jury deliberated on 5 charges: reckless homicide, intentional homicide, attempted intentional homicide, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. Rittenhouse initially faced 7 charges, including misdemeanor possession of a dangerous weapon by a person under the age of 18 and a misdemeanor curfew charge, both of which Judge Schroeder, which it seems like his homeboy, threw him out. The defense team attempted to show the jury that Rittenhouse was part of the Kenosha County where his family lived. They argue Rittenhouse was there to protect Kenosha businesses from fire and destruction, supply first aid, and clean up from the previous night's riot. Evidence showed Rittenhouse performing these tasks and proved he ran away from his attackers before shooting. The prosecution failed to prove that Rittenhouse attacked recklessly the night of Kenosha riots. Rittenhouse pleaded not guilty, and we know the verdict is not guilty. So
Man,
shouts out to
man.
Rittenhouse. I know he was sweating, boy. I'm telling you.
Who was his
Next,
lawyer?
moving on. I have no idea. I forgot the guy's name.
Man, he
He
getting
had a good he
everybody
had a
off
good
these days.
lawyer.
Huh?
Yeah, but
Jesus.
obviously, I mean, just my personal opinion. If you look at the videos and stuff, I think it was self defense. I think it was self defense. I'm sorry that we lost 2 people when they've been through that, but in his particular case, I think it
Well,
was self defense.
we only gonna apologize for one of those people because one of the people that he shot and killed was a registered sex offender with like 6 charges. So we are only gonna apologize for one of the people that were lost because the other one nobody cared
So,
about.
so what we not gonna do is interrupt the news. Coach, you got it.
Okay, next, listen. Next, we got the FDA. The FDA is playing hide and seek with the ingredients. More than 30 of America's top scientists, academics, and professors from the most prestigious universities filed a lawsuit September demanding that the FDA hand over the Pfizer data that they used to, license the COVID-19 vaccine. Monday, when the FDA finally responded, they agreed to hand over more than 329,000 pages with a caveat. It asked the judge to release the documents at a rate of 500 pages per month to allow for processing. I know y'all tired to hear
Jesus.
about this, but it's interesting. This means that the last pages will be received sometime in the year 2076. That's
We're never tired of
55
hearing
years.
about crooks.
That's 55 years from now.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
So listen, let's put this in perspective. The federal government shields Pfizer from any liability, gives them billions of dollars, and makes Americans take this product. But they won't let you see the data report, to produce the safety information and the proof that its ingredients is actually what it's supposed to do.
So hold
That's
on.
crazy.
I know y'all said don't interrupt the news.
I'm about to say, Jimmy, I know you were interrupting the news.
But I gotta ask this. I'm sorry. So let me just make sure you said what you said. So they're going to release the entire ingredient list.
Yes, they're going to release. They want they
Amazing.
well, first of all, they had to be taken to court. They wasn't going to just release it. They
Oh
had to
yeah,
be
no.
taken to
Yep.
court to get it released, right? But
Wow.
so they're going to release it, but they're trying to get it released at $500, 500 pages a month. So that means we won't get everything until the year 2076, which is 55 years from now, right?
Oh man.
So of course they went back to court and they're trying to get them released a lot sooner. It took the FDA 108 days to certify it and prove. You know what I'm saying? And so they trying to get the same thing. These group of scientists, they formed a group. They're trying to get the same thing. They want all the documents and within 108 days. So that's important. Some people need to know what's in it, what's going on,
It's
how it's
good.
affecting.
Good for them. Yeah. It's good for them to show up with this.
Absolutely.
It's good.
So last thing, I hate to end on this note, but this whole uh, running back Zach Latrell, I'm gonna use his whole government name. Stacy is a former American football running back. He was drafted by the St. Louis Rams. He apparently it seemed like he was auditioning for the WWF wrestling ring
He
when he was
he
fighting with his. It used to be WWF. I'm going back to WWF.
oh, okay. Well, you go back to
Yeah.
WWF.
Yes, back back when wrestling was real. What are you talking about? But anyhow, there's video circulating on this guy. Just I hate to really talk about it. Just completely abusing his baby mama in front of the child. And so he finally went on the run, and they picked him up in Orlando just this week, and so he's getting ready to face charges. So I'll just tell you, it's just a real sad situation. But that's all the news that I'm gonna give you today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Shout out to my crew, right? To my family that was out with us this past Monday. Rhea, Jody, Jimbo,
Yes,
and
yes.
Amanda. Definitely appreciate you guys. You showed up and showed out. We had a lot of fun. Hopefully we get into that a little bit today. But that's it for the news, guys. Appreciate you guys. Hello and good morning to everybody that's tuned in already.
Absolutely. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning. Jericho, good morning. Hey man, real quick before we move on, everybody, if you haven't downloaded Slide by Tony Ultra and your boy, the CEO, please go download Slide. On all musical platforms, you got Spotify, you got Apple Music, YouTube. Y'all go download Slide and take a good listen to Slide as we move forward. But good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Anybody got anything before we dive deep into what we finna dive deep into? Out now, ladies and gentlemen. Out now. Slide. Featuring Tony Ultra and your boy Big B, the CEO. Coach A on the tunes this morning. Let's get it. Let's get it. Coach A on the tunes this morning.
Let me hear that. Go ahead and scratch it, Coach. Hey, oh, shoot.
Let's dive deep into it. I'm going to let my content manager lead us off. My brother, tell him what we got him up for today.
Listen, we're gonna be talking about interracial relationships today, right? And you know how we do. We always give you a quick starter question because, first of all, interracial relationships have been for years. So, we're gonna dive into it this morning. So I got a little starter question, and here we go. It says, "Have you ever been in an interracial relationship?" And if you know anything about the crew, hell, I think that's everybody on this panel, I believe. Except yeah, I think that's everybody on this panel, I believe. So anybody in the comments, have you ever been in an interracial relationship? And well, except for Jimmy, you know. But we'll start with
Jimmy love his mocha queens.
Hey,
For sure.
we gentlemen before anything. Rhea, you want to start us off this morning? Have you ever been in an interracial relationship?
Yeah, I guess the question for me would be, have I ever actually dated inside of my race? And that would be no.
Not even from the jump.
Never.
And why is that, Rhea?
What's your nationality for people who don't know?
I'm Arabic and Romanian.
And I still think she be black. I be like, I forget that. I'm like, thought she was a light skin. Like,
tell me something, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was just born and raised in Detroit, and I mean, it's Arabs and blacks, and then everybody else. So, you know, I just grew up around nothing but Arabs and blacks, and Arab guys are like ruthless.
So when you say ruthless, I want to know what
they treat their women like crap.
Oh, okay. Well,
so
that on this side.
That's a no-go. Yeah. And you know, in the Arab culture, you know, they believe in cheating and multiple marriages and crap like that. So yeah, no, that was a no-go for me. Offer it, no. Plus, I don't know. I just you're attracted to what you're attracted to, you know.
I know. Yeah, that's what I like to say. You're just attracted to whatever you're attracted to. As far as myself, I'm currently in a interracial relationship.
We want the whole story.
Depends on what you're asking, but depends on what you're asking.
All right, I'm leaving now.
All right, man. All right. But yeah, I'm currently in a interracial relationship. I'm dated outside my race. I've dated my race. I've been married to my race. And but like Rhea just said, you don't do that, Jody. But like Rhea just said, you attracted to who you attracted to. You know what I'm saying? So to answer Jody's initial question, yes. And life is good in an interracial relationship. We'll get to that a little bit later. Nicholas.
So, I mean, it ain't obvious, but a lot of people who watch the show and who know me, they know I'm in an interracial relationship. My wife is white and Puerto Rican, and it's been great. So, I mean, like y'all said, you attracted to whoever you attracted to. So, as far as me, that's all I got.
Telly, Mr. Who
What's
Loves Your
happening?
Short and
Baby,
sweet.
Uncle Pudge.
Yeah. Well,
What's up,
technically, I'm in a interracial relationship. Although I think she black, because she lied. She an infiltrator. She appear to be white, but no, she know how to season meat. So I had to question her.
You had the question. Okay. We'll get to that seasoning thing too. Jody over there, kid. Coach A.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My wife is Puerto Rican, so I was married to a black girl, and this is actually my first interracial relationship. As soon as I got out,
Technically,
um, yeah. So as soon as I got, the other one don't. uh, Sally, I need you to keep that under wraps, sir.
I hear you.
Teddy throwing the old school shots, like technically. So anyhow, but
Puerto
I tell you
Ricans are
what happened
black.
with me. Yeah. But anyhow, I when I got out of my last relationship, I said I was gonna open up. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm gonna try something new, something different, and so I ended up. I at first I was talking to a Mexican girl, and she's obviously Spanish, and I got hooked. I was like, man, they treat guys like this. So from then on, it was just I found the right one, and that was it. I was like, wow, this is nice. I like this.
Man, you ain't buying a car.
Yes, you are. When you have to listen,
Lord.
when you decide to get married and you're going to hitch your trailer to somebody for the rest of your life, you have to make sure that that's the person you want to be with and you want to deal with, and all these trials and tribulation is worth it and stuff and so on and so forth. And so that's the decision I made. I was like, yeah, I can go through life like this for sure.
Jimbo.
Don't you sound like you rode through a drive-through or something?
Jimbo.
When you're a good guy, sometimes you have
Caribbean women from the West Indies, they black, so they don't count. so I can't. Huh? What happened?
You just remind me of that. You remind me of the Sanford and Son episode where he was saying, "Come on, brother, you gonna help me out?" And the black dude wouldn't help him out. He like, "You must be a West Indian."
Hey,
that's what you remind me of. Like it's a difference.
So that's a hard no for Jimbo.
Yeah, because they listen. The Caribbean and it's just been Caribbean women and American women, black women. That's
all
it.
I know.
That's all I know.
All right, let's roll them.
Nobody ain't ever tried to holler at you. Go ahead, Jody. I'm sorry.
I guess he ain't answering that question. Go ahead, Jody.
No. I was waiting for Jimmy. I was asked Jimmy. Ain't no other interracial women trying to holler at the chef.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh no, some have, but I didn't take the bait. I ain't take the bait.
I like how y'all just gonna skip over me about the interracial relationship.
Oh, go ahead, Jody. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
Anyway, so
you got the flow. Go ahead.
I was like Jimmy. I was all of like 31 when I started.
Last year?
Bruh. I was 31 when I finally entered. No, I was 30. I was 30. No, I was 30. I was
You don't
30
know how old you is. Just tell the story, Jody.
before I started to date outside of the black race. I was 31 before I started dating outside the black race, and I was like, I gotta open up my horizons because this ain't cool, right? And let me tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh my god, this is what I've been missing. Going out doing adventurous stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you. I went to her house and she had a cabinet full of season. I was what? What? Like, so yeah, it was a little bit of a culture shock. It was my first time going to brunch. I was like, man,
Brunch.
Yeah,
First time calling.
Yeah,
Right, calling it brunch.
You been
brunch.
Did you know they have actual previews before the movies? The first time being to the movies on time.
Here you go.
Where you going with this, dog? Where you going with this?
Right.
I was just saying, it was a new experience. And the avocado toast. Don't forget
Avocado toast.
It was a hell of an experience, and I definitely give it a go again. Just throwing that out there.
You eat avocado toast now?
Yeah, I eat avocado toast now.
Oh, he bougie now.
Yeah.
Certified.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jody.
Welcome to the club, Jody.
Hey, I appreciate it, Chef.
No more jelly on your toast, huh?
No more jelly. Hey,
No, he only uses preserves.
And they better be organic avocados too.
You put the Kool-Aid away too? No more Kool-Aid?
No. We drink what was it? That sparkling stuff now.
That's sparkling water.
Perrier water.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We just had Ali jump on the scene. What's good?
Not much.
Let's catch you up real quick before we move on. Jody hit us with the question: have you ever been in an interracial relationship? Tell us what's up, Ali.
Yes, I have. I actually have children from an interracial relationship. So yes, I've done that already. Done that. And I've also dated my own race also. So
move on to the next. What you got next, Sim?
All right. So we're gonna hop into these questions right quick.
Let's do it, bro.
All right. So first question of the day is what are some of the biggest problems you know for sure that you will be facing in an interracial relationship? And let me give you a few small examples. Religious backgrounds, cooking, and dress code. So
let's get it.
We'll start with the ladies.
Let's start with the ladies. What are some of the biggest issues you face in a did you know for sure that you'll be dealing with in an interracial relationship?
I don't know. That one was a hard one for me because, like I said, growing up in Detroit, that was all I knew. So like dress code or I don't know. It was the norm. It was the norm to date outside your race. I mean, we know how to cook. I know how to cook. I know how to season my food. I know how to dress. I mean, for me, the biggest problem was the stairs. Because I hate for somebody to like stare at me. So for me, it was the stairs. When we would go outside of the city and go to the suburbs, it would be like all eyes on us.
I got a problem with stairs.
And it's like take a picture because that shit'll last longer.
Yeah. So what Maria's saying stuff like that. I want to shoot this to Nick real quick because you've been married for quite a bit. I know y'all go through the stairs and the looks. How was that feeling when y'all out and about going through those stairs? And then you can go ahead and answer Jody's question right after that.
Me, I mean, I don't care about it. I mean, like, I don't know. We just be out having a good time. Like T, sometimes she'll point it out and be like, "Oh, what they looking at?" I mean, I'm like, you know what they looking at, right. and I just turned to something good. They looking at greatness. You know what I mean? So I mean, I do see it every blue moon. And I mean, I don't see it more from the black people, but T see it more from the black people, and I see it more for the from the older white people, maybe in their 60s and their 70s, and I understand why I see it from them, but it don't really matter to me. But as far as you say the differences, Jody.
The biggest challenges
Like,
that you see.
what are the biggest challenges of being in an interracial relationship?
I mean,
I
we come
know.
from what's up?
Sorry to cut you off. So I know, like, when the father of my first children, the issue was I was too Hispanic for him. Like, I love listening to my Spanish music. I love cooking my Spanish food. I just love being Puerto Rican. Like, I'm really prideful. And he used to hate that. Like, I would put Spanish music and he was like, turn that off. I don't understand what they're saying. So I'm like, learn what they're saying. Or if I cook with a certain seasoning, oh, I don't like how that tastes. Well, learn, like, you need to learn me. This is all I know. So as much as I'm learning you, you need to learn me. So that was a huge issue. I feel like I actually lost a lot of my Spanishness because of him. If that makes sense. And then another thing, even with my family, most importantly, I love my grandpa, but my grandpa I know he judged me. He would look at my kids like, oh, they do got good hair. I didn't think they was gonna have good hair. And I'm
The
like,
slick comments. Oh, I
Your
can't stand
grandfather
that.
love me though.
yeah,
You hear
okay,
me?
if you say so. No, I'm just
He know he do. He
no,
know he do.
no, but and it's so weird because I have two older kids. I have an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old, and he was like that with them. He would like look at their hair and just like look at them. And if you look at all my kids, they look Hispanic. You can't even tell they're mixed. Now my two babies that are 5 and 8 months, 4 and 8 months old, he loves those boys. So I think it just has to do with him being raised, my grandpa being raised a type of way, and just having to accept, this is reality. People really don't date in our race anymore. So, but that was a huge issue to me. It was just like just feeling so uncomfortable in my own family unit, with the judging, especially my grandpa.
But like I said, he alright. He done came through. I mean, when I
Oh
first
no,
met
yeah,
him,
he getting older. He don't got no choice.
yeah, when I first came through, I mean, he was. I want to say he was standoffish, but I was just just me, and I think he
You
liked
know
that
what?
more than anything.
Let's just speak the truth. He was racist. I'm gonna just it's my grandpa and I love him to death, but he was a racist. You
I mean,
can
I wouldn't
tell.
say that, but
Like
I can
Dude, she
understand why you
telling
say
you.
that.
She telling you it's her
you can
grandfather.
say
They know.
that.
He's just being
That's
cordial.
exactly
He's
what
being
it was.
cordial in front of you.
But I mean, as
But
far as like the differences and stuff, I think me and T just talked a lot of stuff through. Like when I first met her, she was Catholic, and I'm Christian, so that was one thing we talked through. Um, Actually, how raising our kids when we finally have them, the disciplinary side, and just talking about the different talks that we're gonna have with them. And I mean, I was gonna ask Brandon and Ollie, but what are some challenge? And this come down the line because it's getting off. But what are some challenges y'all got when y'all have to talk to y'all kids about certain stuff?
Um, I think far as I'm more forceful, and I don't think a lot of force is on that side. And I do date a white woman, so um, I'm more forceful. I'm more stern. I yell. I get the yelling a lot. I'm more quick to pull the belt and jack you up against the wall. She yells. That's just all she do. I'm more to take it a step further to make somebody get a point. But as far as still raising them, I still treat it like a black mindset. To be honest with you, how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? We still have that conversation about what we do what to do when you're being pulled over. We still have that conversation about although you're half white, you're still going to be looked at as a black man. We still have that conversation about you're going to be stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? My future mother-in-law said something about Xavier having a do rag on a couple weeks ago, and I had to tell her, "Hey, that's a stereotype. He's already going to face that in life. We don't need we don't need you tossing out that stereotype because he is a black child." So So yeah, those are some of the things that I see the differences of as far as raising children. Um, I think my voice is heard a lot more better. This is just my opinion. My voice is heard a lot more better within the household versus her because of how I was raised and that I implement how I was raised and to how I'm raising my children. So let me know, Ali, what you think cuz to what I just said. Is that kind of around the same
Yes, it is.
okay.
So the older, my older children's father, rest his soul, when we were together, he pretty much just let me raise the kids how I was raised, which was a really good thing in a sense because he wasn't raised in a two-parent household, so he didn't know what I knew. If that makes sense. So he actually
I'm
was
sorry,
just
Ollie. Sam, if you pull that bell, I'm pretty sure they'll listen to you a whole lot more.
what happened?
I told Sam if she was to pull that belt, because she said no one ever listens to me. If she pulled that belt
Oh,
out, they'll listen to a whole lot more.
so no, like yeah, like I have, so I know how to be aggressive when I need to be aggressive, but I know how to be loving when I need to be loving. And that was something he would never be able to do. He couldn't switch it up. So with the older boys, it's I don't know, it's really hard with them. Now with my younger baby daddy, he just wanted like his whole is I'm gonna beat them, I'm gonna beat them, I'm gonna beat them, I'm gonna beat them. I'm like, no, you're not gonna touch my kids. Like you don't kids don't learn when you hit them. I don't feel
I
like
did.
you need to explain to a
I
child.
did.
Well,
I did too.
no,
A
see,
lot of us
no.
learn. I
My
mean,
parents, my parents. Okay. I'm 37 years old. I remember being hit 3 times my whole life,
I
and the
wish I could
last
say that.
time, and I think the last time was when I was 16 years old and I skipped school with my boyfriend and got stranded in Tampa. So the other 2 times I honestly don't even remember, because I feel like there's other ways to discipline your child besides putting your hands on them. Um, but my boys, they they accept both races. Like they never had an issue, thank God. They never had any issues with people making fun of them.
Hmm.
My family is very open to them. Like I don't get
Hey
no
Nate,
slick
you right.
comments. Like my grandpa, yeah, of course he would make stupid comments, but when I feel like people are being that way with my children, I just take my children out of the situation. I don't allow my children to be around that. Now, another thing too is like my family is very loving. Like I never go a day without my parents telling me that they love me and that they're proud of me. So I do that with my children. On the other hand, my other, the fathers, they never did that.
Yeah.
They never really,
that's. I mean,
they weren't loving
I
that at
don't know.
all.
I don't know why is that's like that, but I mean, like I talk to my brothers and sisters. They not daily, but often. But we don't just throw that word, even though we know we all love each other. I don't get off the phone and say, Brandon, I love you. You know what I mean? Maybe we should do it more often,
We
but
probably should.
I don't know if that's a cultural thing or what. But
I
I
think
don't
it is
know.
because even when me and Teresa
I don't
talk
think
every
it's a
day, we
cultural
always
thing.
say, "Hey, I love you. I love you. Hey, I love you, right?" I mean, for my parents, if my parents go a day without telling me they love me, I feel a type of way. I'd be like,
Real
"What's
talk,
going on?
Freddie.
Like,
Real talk.
why ain't you telling me?"
But
So
Coach A, yeah, Coach A, you next.
Well,
we
what's the question? Some of the challenges. We got a couple questions out there. The
Yeah,
Yeah,
culture,
yeah.
obviously,
challenges.
obviously, the
And
cultural
information there.
difference. Between the food and how the holidays is going to look.
yeah.
Every here the last couple years, I've interjected a lot of my culture, some of the stuff that my mother did, because we always my family's out of town. They're in Ohio, so um, I typically just go with my wife's family. So it's and they're Puerto Rican, so they got all the Puerto Rican dishes. So the last couple of years, I was like, nah, I'm taking some stuffing or whatever it is. I just it's so you see all these Puerto Rican dishes, all of a sudden you see the stuffing right there. You know that where that came from, or cranberry sauce. They're like, what is that? Is that candy? So I mean that's the thing. But even this year I'm actually making the turkey too. So obviously it's a little skepticism about that because they have their way of doing that, but they're including me. I was going. In fact, I was going to, if they didn't want me to make the turkey, I was just going to make my own and just have it here at home. So that's the only thing, is that sometimes your culture gets lost because you get with someone else's culture. Now I think it's good. Obviously it's an opportunity for me to learn a second language, even though she don't teach me as much as she should. But with our son coming, I know he's gonna learn, and so I'm gonna make sure that I'm learning along with him. So I like that aspect of it, of being able to have that opportunity to learn another language and stuff like that. So as far as the discipline, you know she's actually similar to what you know Alicia was saying, that she doesn't believe in the first thing is not to whoop the kids. She has other clever ways of disciplining, and I agree with a lot of that. But I'm old school too. You finna get these hands that belt to the butt.
Thank you.
Sure.
Get these hands.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you do what you do, and then soon as it gets out of hand, I'm like, that ain't working. So
Exactly.
finna feel his heat for sure. So
Jody, what you got?
I don't.
Oh, my
obviously
bad. I
whooping
didn't know
ain't-
if you was finished or not, Coach.
No, I was just gonna say, obviously, whooping your kid. There are different ways of disciplining, but
Yeah, absolutely.
again, go ahead, Jody.
Like I said, for the one time I was in an interracial relationship, you're right. You do get the stares every once in a while. You do get the people that kind of just look at you like you crazy, and trying to figure out your relationship. But I tell you one thing that really just struck me. So me and this chick were out one time, right? And she we were literally standing next to each other, and she went ahead of me because she went to the bathroom. And this black chick stepped to me and was like trying to talk to me. And I was like, "Don't you see I'm with somebody?" And she was like, "I don't care, she white." And I was like, "Damn,
Wait a
this
minute.
disrespectful." Like, I was like,
The
"Wait, so let me get
balls.
straight." It's
The
like,
audacity.
if I was with a black chick, you wouldn't have stepped, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, if it's because she's white, you don't respect her. Like, that's crazy. So like, the amount of like disrespect, and like even from dudes, you know what I'm saying? I would have dudes come up, dudes would try to talk to her and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, "Oh, well, if you're gonna date black men, you need to date a real black man." A real black man. And it'd be like some dark skinned dude. And I'd be like, "I'm not real black because I'm white." What? So it was crazy. And that was one of the things. And like we would go out to eat and people would be like, "Oh, do I need to, is it 2 checks? Are you guys just friends?" And I'm just like, "So we can't be dating?" Because she's white. And it's problem. Because if I was with a black chick and she was with a white dude, y'all probably bring 1 check. So why you bringing 2? So we did face certain challenges, and it was like different cultures and stuff. Because like I said, I wake up in the morning and what I'm saying, she be wanting to watch certain TV shows. Like I didn't even know all of us. I didn't even know that was like a whole TV show until she got me watching it, and now I'm stuck watching that show. She got me watching stuff like I started watching Grey's Anatomy. That was the thing until she started watching it. What else?
Jody was dating in the 70s.
No, I'm just saying she started me like watching all kind of crazy stuff, and I was just like, man. So it was a different culture shock. And I also introduced her to some things, right? Like for instance, right? I introduced her to slow down music. She had never knew what slow down music was.
Sam can't stand slow down music. I can't seem to understand.
I can't stand it either.
Listen,
I love
slow
down
music.
music.
Slow down music.
What is
it?
It's the dumbest invention ever.
Stop
For
it.
real.
Down.
For real.
Y'all ain't Southern. That's all it is.
What is
You're right
it?
about
I've
that.
never heard of slow down music.
Because you're not a Florida boy.
Thank you, Real.
Thank God.
Thank you, Real.
It's a Florida thing.
It's a
It
Florida
is.
thing.
It's definitely a
Oh.
Florida thing, and
It's
it
a
is
Florida
just
thing.
ridiculous. It's like all the songs, but slowed down.
It's
Oh.
In slow motion. It's just
Yeah,
no.
it hit different.
Everything down here is slow motion. Everything down here.
It's
Everybody
different.
drives slow motion.
Yeah,
Listen
slow-
to music
slow
slow
down music.
motion. Everything is slow motion
Listen,
down
Thank
here.
you, Nate. Chopped is where it's at. Chopped the
Yeah,
screen.
and
Come
and
on.
far as like whoopings, you know what I noticed that she wasn't fond of like whooping her kid. You know what I'm saying? Her kid, she would talk to him till she's blue in the face. And that was one of the arguments. Like I wasn't trying to ear hustle, but one of the conversations that I heard her have with her baby daddy, because her baby daddy happened to be black, it's like the only reason why he act like that with you is because you don't whoop his ass. Like the problems that you having, I don't have, because he know like I get on that ass. So and she used to be like, I can't believe he's saying that. And I used to tell her all the time, I'm like, I kind of agree with your baby daddy. Like you need to like establish some dominance, because like you always trying to calmly talk to him and he's just gonna do what he want and it's gonna get out of hand. And I told her, this is how you get them little white kids on Maury that be hitting on their parents when they turn to teenagers, because you're gonna start whipping their ass today. And so yeah, it was a little different of a culture, but yeah, one of the things I noticed about that situation was like the disrespect that, you know what I'm saying, like the disrespect. Because I told her like ass whoopings are a part of life. Like I don't remember a part of my life I wouldn't get ass whoopings. I used to do stuff knowing I was gonna get it, and be like, you know what, this gonna be worth an ass whooping, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway.
Uncle Pudge.
There's a fan question real quick.
What's up,
Jody? Who parent you talking about?
man? Tell him mind your business. Mind your business, man. Everybody done? It's time for the closer.
It's time for the closer.
It's time for the closer.
All right. Well, let me tell y'all this. My journey for interracial dating and relationships started when I was, I'm gonna say about fifth grade. And I remember it like it was yesterday. You know, I was raised in Chicago, but I went to school. We moved to the suburbs for a couple of years and went to school out there. And I don't know, man. It was this little white girl named Teresa. She had red hair and freckles. And I don't know, it was something about her, man, that just drew me in, and I was stuck on this little chick. I mean, really. I found out I was a freckle guy. So, I mean, I was all over her. And from then on out, man, it was like, as I grew up and grew older,
Jesus.
You know, once again, south side of Chicago, not too many options. Got to date those sisters, man. And then one day, man, I was 17, and I happened to be walking home, you know, from summer school, because I used to, you know, do summer school and stuff. And I stopped by my man's house, and I seen this chick sitting on the porch with them and talking to him, and she was just, I don't know, the most beautifulest thing in the world to me. Turned out she was Puerto Rican, and I got to talking to her, man, and me and her just vibe. Let me tell you, man, I ran in the house, told my mama, I said, man, I finally got one. And she was like, what? I'm like, man, I'm dating a Puerto Rican. And she just looked at me like, the hell wrong with you, boy? It's just another person. You act like you done found a unicorn or something. I was like, no, man, I got her. And she, you know, she spoke Spanish. She had an accent. Man, that got me. I love an accent. So we had a whirlwind romance, man. But
he said a whirlwind romance. Oh,
hey, man, I was 17. So after that, man, then it was like it was on and popping. Yeah, oh man, don't do that. You call me Poppy, I'm gone. You can have all my money. Here you go.
Oh my God! Not calling
Take
you
it.
Poppy. You can have it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can have it all.
I like the
I
Poppy and
would-
the daddy talk, but don't be
Yeah,
telling me
me
getting
too.
all my money.
hey, you
But you
start
know,
calling me that. Obviously, I think you must want to be a parent. That's
exactly.
you must
Real
want to be a
So,
talk.
but
parent.
the challenges that I faced back then, you talking early 90s, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
to have her and me walking down the street,
She trying to get in somebody's pocket.
Yeah, that's why she's trying to get
you
somebody
better
You got
pocket.
to put your cash
you
app at
better
the same time.
you better stop
Get you
it.
something.
What's your Cash App name? Come on, man. Like,
Say what you
but
cash out
yeah, so when we would walk down the street, I can feel the heat from the black women, more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Um, Lots of hate, man, lots of hate. It's crazy. Um, as I coming up through the years, you know, I remember, man, going down to Arkansas. Now, you want to talk about, man, some heat for interracial, man, down in Arkansas in the 90s and stuff like that, man, it was real like out there. It wasn't even like concealed like it is up north. I go to the park, saw this blonde hair, blue eyed one. I had to step to her. You know, I talked to her. She was cool. She was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Here go my phone number. She like called the house. This back when we had house phones. Anyway, and I called her crib and her dad picked up. And I'm like, can I speak to her? I forgot her name. And she was like, cool, she put her on the phone. Then me and her had a conversation. She was like, yeah, my dad is racist. And I looked like, wait a minute. And you got me calling your house? Hey man, what the hell? So when you I say this, man, when you dealing with the interracial, you gotta be willing. You gotta be willing and open to accept that other person's beliefs,
Yeah,
cultural views, and everything, and try to understand them. Like what Alicia was saying earlier, her dude would make her turn her music off and talk about her cooking. And dude, I love Puerto Rican food. That ceviche, that's that Puerto Rican rice. I even listened
Arroz
because
con dules.
I had I had a Puerto Rican girl that I dated for 5 years, and I was immersed in her family. Man, every cookout and everything, lechon, all that. They play their Spanish music. I'm getting my sauce on too, you know.
Dancing is a
Man.
requirement.
Exactly. They can't sit still worth nothing. And ain't nothing, they ain't got no slow music like you can slow down. You gotta be hip moving, man, and everything. But right now, today, I don't really see any, looks anymore. Maybe there are looks, but maybe once in a while.
I
But
think it's
as
one
of
of those.
today,
I think it's one of those things where we don't even pay attention to it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, of
right,
course we see it, but we're not even really paying attention to it.
right. I
I
mean,
think
like,
too, it's a huge difference from up north and down here. Because
yeah,
when I was back in Detroit, it was really no looks. I started getting the looks when I moved down here 13 years ago,
Yeah, you get
and
yeah,
I
I
it.
like to
still get
think
them.
so.
Yeah, everybody look at
I
you.
like to think that, yeah, down south is still, a little bit trip because, my mom moved to Mississippi and I went down there and we all know the history of Mississippi. So I went down there with the intent on starting shit. I was like, man, where the white girls at? I'm shit, I'm an antagonizer. I'm like, shit.
He said with a white girl.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
when
goodness.
I was, growing up in Telly's era during that time, the '90s and the '80s, I was scared. I stayed.
Really?
I didn't even try it. I was like, forget
Why
that. Even
not?
my mother told me, like, man, don't you bring no white girl home? They trouble. That was just that mind state at the time.
Yeah, most
And
black
so,
families was like
but they
that.
didn't care. But they didn't care. You know, the white girls or the girls, period. They didn't care. They're like, sure, you come pick me up. You know, or they'd come over to your crib and you can be in the hood. They did not care. But I was like, I can't. This is
So I
uncomfortable.
think that leads into the second question while Jody having technical difficulties. Um, are you guys' families accept? Do they accept your spouse or your marriage or whatever relationship you in? And how does your family accept them?
I guess I'll start off. I mean, actually, from both of her sides of the family, especially her dad. You know,
I
her
love
dad
that
and her
guy.
mom. They know all us. You know what I mean? They know Brandon. They know
Yeah,
Jimmy, Chanel, and Nate. They talk to my mom. And from the Puerto Rican side, I mean, I've talked to all of them. You know, we have our little talks and spurts or whatever. And as far as my family with T, it's all acceptance, it's all love. It's the same way with Sam.
yeah,
So
it's all
I
love.
mean, I think we're very fortunate as a family to have our marriage be like real tight and one, and it ain't nothing stupid or nothing.
Yeah, just to add on to what Nick said, it's all love. You know, my mother never raised us to look at anybody any different. You know what I'm saying? They all people. They all have hearts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is a little bit different, but at the end of the day, that's still a human being. So we never looked at race as an issue. So even with Sam and Sam becoming a part of this family, I've never had no feelings that my brothers or my sister or my mother or my dad when he was here looked at are different. You know what I'm saying? That all they really cared about is if that person loves you, then I love them. That's one of those things. So long as that person is taking care of you mentally and then not giving you none of that toxic stuff, they was down for the cause. And Nick can attest to that too. We wasn't raised to look at the color of somebody's skin. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love, like Nick said, with our families, and even with Sam family, they love the mess out of me. They love the mess out of me. There's some certain things I'll be questioning sometimes, but they love the mess out of me sometimes. So it's nothing but love from both sides of the families. They accept me, my family accept her, and we're very fortunate because a lot of people don't go through these type of situations. So that's what I got out of it.
What you doing, DJ? What's going on?
No. You talking about me? That's just a mix. So we the same way. I mean, we accepted on both ends. My mom, obviously, during that, it was a time where it was just really frowned upon, and the only reason it was frowned upon is because of the heat that came from society at that time. But we're in a different time and age now, so it's a lot more accepted. So we you know it wasn't that we was racist or my mom was racist or a lot of people was racist at that time. They just wanted what's best for their kids, and they didn't want their kid going through life with people picking on them or people saying mean things to them. So they tried to protect them from that by saying, you know what, you might be better off just dating your own race. But now it's different. It's accepted in a society a lot more. And so I've never felt any pressure with my wife or anything, going around in any place. And so her family, I never felt any type of negative from her negativity from her family. And my I don't tolerate that, period. So I know my mom and my parents, they're not going to be negative because I'm the bridge in the middle. So if you want to see your son, then we're going to act accordingly, because it ain't no thing for me to just call you once in a while and not bring my family around,
Right.
because I don't believe in having negativity. So, and my family's not like that anyway. They come, but I'm prepared for anybody.
Real.
My family, I wouldn't say they're 100% accepting back in the day, because I knew how to pick them. Boy, I know how to pickle.
So let me ask you a question. With you saying that, with you saying you know how to pick them. Now, if you were to pick, I guess, the right guy that your do you think your family would accept them?
Yeah, so that's my whole thing, it was who I brought home. It wasn't the color, it was just the person, the actual person. I mean, I was attracted to, bad boys, the thugs, the,
Gangsters,
killers, the gangsters,
killers.
So yeah, that was my type for a long time. So my grandfather would be like, "The hell are you doing? Like, this is not the dude for you." So, but I mean, you live and you learn. You learn from your mess ups. So,
okay, Jody.
Yeah. What's up?
Is your family accepting? Do they accept having an interracial relationship? And if they do or do not, explain that.
Oh, absolutely. They actually asked me one time. They was like, "Hey, when you gonna bring a white girl home?"
Oh man,
right. And then like my niece, she married a white boy, right? And it was like nobody was surprised at that. Honestly, the first boy she brought home was black, and when she brought him home, we were like, a black boy? What?
This ain't right.
I was like, one of these things just doesn't belong here. Like, what is this? Your homeboy? This is my boyfriend. And we were all like, how?
So I'm guessing Thailand is your niece.
That's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, yeah, which one of her kids mix? I forgot. We'll talk later. But no, my family is more than accepting of anybody that you bring home. They some clowns because I can imagine me bringing a white girl home and my peoples would be like, "Ooh, she white. Hey, you gonna make us some green bean casserole?" Like they'll say something like that. Like, or like if she's Spanish, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you make some rice for Thanksgiving?" Like they just stupid like that. Like and like, hey,
my bad. I'm sorry to cut you off, but people in the comments, are y'all family accepting of it? Just drop your comment down real quick and we'll throw it up here. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, and then they'll say something like, hey, tell them to make the potato salad, but don't put no raisins in it. They say stuff like that, and just my family, we are more accepting of any type of interracial relationship. You know what I'm saying? One of my other nieces, she got a boyfriend, and we didn't know what the hell he was because he's like Puerto Rican, but he had his hair long, and then he had the wrap around it, so we didn't know if he was Puerto Rican or Arab or from Palestine, saying we didn't know what to say to him. We were just like, so what you repping? Like you Taliban, you from Bogota, like what you repping? We just want to know.
That's when you throw out the "Hola, Habibte."
I know.
Give him a little bit of Spanish and Arabic right there.
Everybody say, "Coach, I need you to translate, big dog."
Or Nick.
I ain't there yet.
No comprende.
No Nintendo.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, so my family is more than happy to welcome anybody. We kind of on the same thing. As long as they treating you right, we don't care what color you is or what religion you preach.
Why your grandma don't want you to bring home a white man?
Because they corny.
All white men is corny.
All white
men is not corny. I know a couple decent white men that can probably pass as black people and be the coolest dudes in the world.
It's still only a couple. Still only a couple. Okay? We're talking general. Talking here.
Not all of us are corny though.
Yeah.
Tiffany said her family is accepting. Well, you're married, Telly, so they kind of
they ain't
got no choice.
Hey, that's an understatement. Telly is not regular black. He is super duper Chicago black. They ain't got no choice but to accept black people. Hell, if they can accept Telly, they can accept anybody.
Listen to this comment that T put up. T, that is hilarious. You hear me? We need to have him on the podcast because he is hilarious. And Sam Dad is pretty funny too. white guys are funny. I don't know what it is, but white guys are funny. I love listening to white, especially older white guys. They are funny.
Bruh,
But father-in-law ain't got no swag though.
Yeah, he ain't got
Hey, you see, New Balance out of this, okay? Don't be disrespectful. New Balances. Don't do that. But,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're right. Old white guys are funny because the white girl that I was talking to, I did have a slight conversation with her dad. And he asked me one of the funniest questions I ever had or heard in my life. And he was like, listen, I'm gonna ask you this question, and like, I don't want you to be mad, but it was just something I gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? And you're the first black person I've had a real hardcore conversation with. And I was like, all right, go ahead and shoot. He was like when black guys put rims on sport cars, do they understand that defeats the purpose of having a sports car? I tell you, I fell on the floor, and I was like, honestly, black people put rims on anything if you let us. You give us enough money, and a way we'll put rims on a scooter if you let us. So you know,
if you let me.
So, I think we do know that we just don't care, and he just like okay, and he always had a question to ask. He was like, "Hey, can I ask you another question?" I'm like, "Shoot." What was the other one? He told us, how come a lot of black people don't know how to swim? And I was like, because the water's too cold.
No, that's a stereotype.
That's a stereotype.
That's a stereotype.
I know how to swim. I know how to swim.
I know how to swim too.
Y'all had good parents.
No, we had parents. Well, our uncle actually. I remember we went to a lake over in somewhere in Ocala. You remember Uncle Dad just threw us in the water?
Yeah,
there wasn't nothing you could do. You had to either swim or drown.
That's the difference. White people get certified swim. You should get thrown at the deep end of the pool.
You're an
in Detroit, it was a requirement to graduate high school.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing.
Chicago too.
So you know how to swim, Telly?
Which I don't understand why it's not a requirement down here. I mean, it's Florida, for Christ's sake.
You know how to swim?
Oh yeah, baby, I swim.
So
fish,
that's what I'm saying. All five of these black guys know how to swim on here.
That's because we got thrown in the water and we had no choice. What no swimming lessons over here?
Oh, Telly, what you got for us?
This is what I got, man. My family, we're their trip. I'm scared to bring people over. I don't care what color you is. I'm scared to bring them over because I don't know what they're gonna say.
Right.
But you know, they not mean. They just say some outlandish stuff. I'll be looking like, oh my Jesus, why you ask that girl that? You know, but they kind of like Jody family. They're the opposite. If I brought a black chick home, they'll be shocked. They'll be like, what the hell is she doing here? Like, you know, now I've been to other people's family, like the women I've dated. Now, one chick, her dad, she was Puerto Rican, and she went to visit her dad, and her dad asked her, does your boyfriend want a banana? And I looked, and I looked, and I was like, and she was like, she was upset for me, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I mean, like, what you gonna do? Him like he older, he gonna eventually he changed his mind about me because I think he had a stereotype in his head, and I showed him that I'm not that dude, man. Stop watching TV. I'm not that cat. And then my youngest son, he's Mexican. So when I was dating his mom, she ain't never ever dated a black guy. So I was her first. And she brought me to her family's house. I remember for a cookout, and I was nervous because I'm like, damn, I'm the first black dude ever to grace this house. And she told me that her dad and her grandpa all told her, you know, you can date anybody you want, just not black guys. I'm like, damn, what the hell? So she bringing me home. I'm like, here you go. And for 4 years, man, I was intertwined with their family. Her dad loves the hell out of me, changed his mind and her grandpa, up until he died, he would always sit and conversate with me about baseball and everything. Used to love to see me coming. I'm like, once again, they had a stereotype in their mind, and I changed it. So I kind of like doing that. I'm like, I'm gonna prove your stereotype wrong. You know what I'm saying? And having kids, you know, 2 out of my 3 kids are of different races. My daughter is white, and like I said, my youngest is Mexican, and to deal with the different families and different cultures, it's a trip because switching back and forth, I got to change it up, and most of the times, when I'm dealing with a different culture and race, and they invite me to the cookout, and this is funny because they always got potato salad there, and the first thing I ask is, "Who made this potato salad?"
That's what
And I was like,
I
and they be like, "Oh, my auntie can, she make it good potato. What's in it? I need to know what's in it." I'm like, did she use mayonnaise or did she use Miracle Whip? They're like, oh,
Exactly.
they're like, she used mayonnaise. I ain't eating that trash. I'm like, I don't like
Telly,
mayonnaise.
when you
Like,
get old, Telly, have a family reunion, man. That food gonna be fire. You gonna have
I
everything.
know, right?
Everything. Make sure you invite me, man.
I will.
You better invite all of us. That's what you better do.
Yes.
Man, y'all can invite it now to the house. I'll cook for y'all. Everybody on here, I'll cook for you.
What's up, Jody? You look like you got something to say.
I'm listening. I'm laughing at y'all, man. I honestly, I think for me, as like my parents don't care. Nobody in my family cares what race you are. I tell you what, if you come to my house, race don't matter. Now, if you ugly, you finna get talked about. So you better off being cute and whatever race you is, don't come to my house ugly. That's all we ask. Don't you bring nobody ugly over here because we finna cut up. We don't give a damn what race. Hey, you can be to the Sabbath. You can be a Muslim and pray 5 times a day. That don't bother us. We even give you a rug and a few minutes of silence so you can pray. But boy, don't bring nobody ugly home. Don't bring nobody ugly home.
Well, here go a question though.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
With the kids, here go a question for people with children. What about your kids? Can your kids bring home somebody of a different race? How would you react?
I'm gonna look at it just like how I look at my situation. As long as that person is taking care of that child or my child, and they ain't got none of that toxic stuff going on, it's all good with me because I don't see color. It's all good with me. I think Braylon said it earlier. It's about they have different experiences with different cultures. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool with me. As long as we ain't having none of that messy mess, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Shit. I told my daughter. I told my daughter don't bring no. What story? What story?
No, I ain't gonna.
Oh, what's about Elijah's girlfriend?
Man, Elijah ain't got no girlfriend.
Why you doing my boy like that, B?
Yeah, you do.
You got no girlfriend.
No,
hey man, you better be.
Boy like that.
Let me tell you something. You better be happy.
That girl was white. Yeah. Yeah. He had a little crush on a little white girl, which is cool. It's fine. It's cool and fine. I manage all of his messages on his phone, so I end up reading a couple of them. And he claimed his white girl, and the white girl wasn't really claiming her. Let's just say that claiming him, I should say. And I was like, brother, you can't be doing that. You can't be claiming other girls, and they really ain't claiming you.
Did he ask out?
Man, yeah, he asked out a couple times, and she was like, brushing the question off, and he would say, "Do you like me?" She was like, "Not like that." But he came home and told us that was his girlfriend.
No. See,
no, that's not your girlfriend. Good
hey, Joe, talk to your nephew, Joe.
Hey, I'm about to say you need to send him my way. I got you. I got you.
So I told brother, I was like, and I sat down and talked to him a little bit about it. At first, I was joking about it, but I stopped joking about it. I was like, bro, you can't be claiming girls, and if she a little white girl too, like you really can't be doing that. You like half black, you can't be just out here claiming little white girls. So you can't. That's something that you can't do. There's a lot of fish out here in the sea that you're gonna potentially be hooked to. So I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna tell the whole full story, but that's just the background that he was claiming his white girl, and the white girl wasn't claiming him. So
what's
that happened?
Hey, what the hell wrong with my nephew? What's wrong with her?
Man, listen.
He just on something different. He probably like older guys.
I don't know what's wrong with the little girl. I ain't never met the little girl, but I was like, man, you a good catch. So don't worry about that one. That's just one. It's a whole bunch of them out here. That's just one. You know what I'm saying? You got black girls too. You got black girls, white girls, Spanish girls. You know what I'm
Asian
saying?
girls,
Asian girls,
girls.
Indian girls, girl. You got a whole bunch of you got a bunch of them you can pick.
It ain't the one I want though.
Right.
Right.
So that's the
you
story.
keep saying that, but it
He's
ain't
like-
the one I want.
Hey,
Yeah.
but if he like white girls, that's fine. That's fine. I'm dating his mama, so you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying.
you.
That's fine. You like white girls, by all means, go ahead and do your thing in that swirl, good buddy.
And you not dating.
Shit.
Sam came and got
Oh.
you.
He said, Uncle
Sam came
Bo
and got
give him
you.
a few pointers. I'm gonna send him your way, Jim. I'm sending you and Jody.
CM,
Y'all gonna
on
have
to the next, CM.
Jimmy don't even have experience with white girls.
Yeah.
You can't Jimmy teacher. He don't have no experience with
I got one experience. Listen, but anyway, we're gonna switch subjects. So
let's switch it up a little bit.
Talking about interracial relationships, how successful are interracial relationships, right? And I got a little stat here. It says after being married 10 years, interracial couples have a 41% chance at divorce compared to people who marry within their race, which is 31%. Why do you think that is?
Is that a true stat?
Yeah,
That's the stat that my CM Nick got me.
yeah, that's a true stat.
What's the stat again? 41% of what? Of
Say it again, Jody.
41% of interracial couples get divorced versus 31% of couples who marry within their race. So there's a 10% difference with interracial couples divorcing versus people who marry within their race. And so I'm thinking, why do you think that is?
I mean, I think it does have to do with people around them. Cause a lot of people let other people weigh in on that situation, and if you ain't strong enough to just stay on your ground with you and whoever you with, those influences can sway you elsewhere. But
Very true.
I mean, we can't really know because people go through what they go through, but if we doing it towards the interracial thing, I think I agree with Nick. A lot of people look at what other people say about them and they're like, okay, I don't want nobody talking about me because I'm dating a white guy or am I dating a white girl or black girl. I think I agree to that to what Nick said.
I mean, I'm like 10, 11 years in, and we rolling. We still chugging. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he mentioned divorce. You mentioned divorce. These people already made that decision. They've been through a dating phase already. Right? If you mention in divorce.
Yeah, they've been through the dating phase. I personally think that it probably is you not strong enough to deal with the outside presence. Probably too much of a culture shock. Probably too much of a difference. They probably have family members that don't approve and they're gonna keep acting on it. So I think it's just a place of, if you can't handle an interracial relationship, you probably not like. You probably letting too many people in your damn business. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, they could have regular relationship problems just like anybody else. It just don't work. But
I mean that is true. But
that's what the percentage. That's what the percentage shows, that it's really not a big percentage. 10% is small. Percentage. So
yeah, but
so it's not any different than everything else.
Yeah, some of it might be something as simple as like, hey man, why you putting the Christmas lights up so damn early? It ain't even Thanksgiving yet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Stuff like
or why we not celebrating? Why we not celebrating?
Yeah,
Christmas
why we not celebrating Christmas?
Because Christmas is in December,
like
not November.
Easy, Jody. I'm gonna let T know you said that.
And I feel personally attacked because I just put my Christmas lights up yesterday.
She ain't the only person I'm talking about.
I mean, if y'all ain't know this, I'm in my bedroom doing a podcast now because the Christmas tree is up.
You don't want us to see the Christmas tree? Why we can't see the Christmas tree?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take my dogs out and I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna show y'all the whole house.
Y'all don't wait till Christmas to put that tree up.
You gotta have time to enjoy it.
Well,
You can have time to enjoy it.
If you
got
put it up
28
the
days
day,
after
if you put
Thanksgiving.
it up the day after Thanksgiving, do you know how much work that is to take it down the day after Christmas or even after New Year's? Like, bro, I just put
the
this
same
thing
amount of
up.
work.
At least putting it up before Thanksgiving. Then I'm like, all right, cool. I got to enjoy it for a couple months. Then I don't feel so bad taking it down right after Christmas.
Not me. Take that job down.
Let me
Hey,
tell you
dude,
something.
hey, these things
2
are
years
just-
ago, I put mine up before Halloween.
Oh no, I can't
too
do that.
early. That is too
I
early.
love Halloween. I always
That's
decorate
too
for
early.
Halloween.
Yeah, we
Real,
just
you
putting
like
it up.
decorate.
Babe,
You
we
like
just putting it
decorate.
up.
Not really. I just
just-
love Halloween and I love Christmas. So
Rhea was on that
Nothing
roof
for
yesterday.
Thanksgiving. You don't do no
I
Thanksgiving.
was.
Rhea was on that roof putting up the Christmas lights. But
Yes, I was.
that's just like what Sam. She wanted to put up the Christmas tree. I'm like, man, listen, we got to
Yeah.
enjoy Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving one of my favorite holidays. I like to eat. I ain't trying to worry about putting up a Christmas tree and at the beginning before I even get my Thanksgiving.
But you
dinner,
could still celebrate Thanksgiving with Christmas decorations.
Nah,
Don't feel the
but
same.
they don't feel the same.
Yeah.
Nah, but
How doesn't it? How doesn't it?
Right after Thanksgiving dinner, then we can think about Christmas. I can't
Next
do
week
it
I'm
before
having
dinner.
Christmas songs. I'm putting Christmas
Why?
songs up next week.
No, I
just
can't do the
man.
Christmas songs. I can't.
Come on,
I can
now.
do Christmas songs on Christmas Eve. That's when I can do Christmas.
I do
songs.
Christmas
need to hear
songs
my
December 1st.
Man, I do Christmas songs in October. Let's go. I like Christmas music. Christmas music gets you in the mood, you know. Why should you wait?
Putting a
Why should you
collection
wait?
up, putting them together.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Walmart ain't waiting. As soon as man, they had Christmas directions out day after Halloween. They ain't waiting. They selling. They say skip over Thanksgiving.
Nah, that's a cultural thing because I can't do the Christmas before my Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
That man said he doing his podcast in his room so we won't see the tree.
Nah, Ma put
See,
my tree up around Thanksgiving.
I think for me, when growing up in the agriculture, a lot of like I know from my family, we were Jehovah's Witness, so we didn't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, I'm sorry for you.
So for now that I'm an adult and I kind of like ravish in it. So I think that's my thing.
I get that. I can get that. I just can't get down with putting my tree and lights up before my Thanksgiving dinner.
I love it. I keep my all year round if I could, if it was socially acceptable.
Yeah,
Like,
Damn the socially.
Yeah. We got your back.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna talk bad about you.
You can well, talk bad about me. This tree ain't coming down to after Valentine's Day. I'm gonna be looking at it.
I was actually thinking of putting my tree up and then after Christmas taking the decorations off and then doing the tree for Valentine's Day and then taking the decorations down and then decorating it for Easter and then taking it down and then decorating it. I was actually
a lot of people do that. No, a lot of people do that.
Hey.
See, that's too
it's
much.
Christmas.
Not too early. It looked nice though.
Look, that looks nice.
That look nice though.
Nice.
That's festive.
That'll look nice in about. It'll look nice next Friday.
All over the place.
If y'all starting this early, that tree's finna be filled with presents, boy.
and that's why we be in divorce court right now. Talking because motherfucker won't take this Christmas stuff down. Why our Christmas tree up till Valentine's Day? She didn't take it down. That's why we in divorce court right now. Couples counseling.
No,
because
my
she
tree
took the
up
Halloween
now.
stuff down and put up the Christmas stuff. That's why we're in divorce court right now.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Christmas.
Where we at now?
I'm right here. What were we talking about? We talking about Christmas.
The
divorce rate. The divorce rate.
Interracial Christmas.
Oh, interracial Christmas.
Hey,
white
that's
tree
hey,
or black tree.
Hey,
well, I got a white tree.
That's why we got that 10% difference right there. So people don't want to take them damn Christmas trees down. That's the 10% difference right there.
Well, that could be part of it.
white, hey, your white spouse sitting there trying to put as many Christmas lights on the damn house as they can. Your black spouse like, who finna pay that high ass light bill?
Exactly. Exactly.
Listen, as black people, how many times do we ride past somebody who got a house full of Christmas stuff?
And think about their light bill.
I know that light bill.
About their light bill
right now.
I will tell you. Let me tell you a story. My first wife, she, her dad and her brother, every Christmas. Well, they start in like early November. I mean, they do this whole thing where they decorate the whole house, outside, the trees, everything. They make the news every year, and they light bill per month was $1,000.
Oh wow!
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing was, but the thing was, he got donations. People would come and put money in just for that happy show. He made about $5,000 a month. So
sign me up so they can pay my light.
Well, decorate your house early. Then but
see, now Telly trying to be funny. No,
no, I'm just saying. Because I thought about it, I'm like, man, if you make 5 G's, let me go get me some damn Christmas lights, and I'm gonna be out there, ushering people in. But with a sign like this way, look at the Christmas show. I'll be out there in a Santa suit, shit, like ho ho ho, ringing a bell and shit. But still though, with that.
Oh yeah, I told Santa the other day, and this is funny. This has something to do with the interracial conversation. I came home. I had brought her some lunch the other day when I came home from work, and she said, "Why you always leave the lights on when you leave the house?" I said, "I don't pay the light bill," and I was able to tell her that I don't pay the light bill, so that's why I leave the lights on.
Man, you remind me of my damn kids.
Right.
I don't pay it. Yeah, if I don't pay it, I don't need to worry about it. If I pay it, then of course I'm gonna worry about it.
I know that's how my kids act.
That's just something within the interracial conversation that we can jokingly say stuff like that. Now, if I said that to a black woman, now we in an argument because
you don't know that.
No, I do know that. I've been in a relationship, nigga. I do know
that relationship.
No, I'm getting cussed out. What you mean you don't pay the light bill? You finna start paying the light bill,
right?
No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of the things.
I don't think that's just specifically to black folks, because that would have been my reaction.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Man, listen,
Rhea, I keep thinking you black.
So, thank you. Rhea, you part of us now. What you talking about?
She keep trying to be like, that ain't black people. Rhea, that's you. Them your people. She keep trying to escape that. She like, I don't date nobody but black man, and I'm from Detroit. Well, then by default, you black, bro. I don't know.
Exactly. You just don't look it. You black.
We about on subject 3, right?
Yeah, let's roll.
So listen, we got some nice little rapid fire questions, right?
Hold on, y'all didn't get to me.
Oh, my bad.
I dropped that Christmas music.
You just came.
I hear you, Coach.
There you go, man.
We finna divorce
Christmas
you.
trap.
Christmas trap music. Man,
that's a personal
that
shot.
Christmas trap, boy.
I want to address that 41% of interracial relationships, not working out. A lot of it, I think, is mostly cultural and, cultural differences, really, within the relationship. Because any relationship is hard, you know what I'm saying? But when you throw in 2 different cultures and you blending it together, man, it's a struggle. It's a struggle and everything. But, part of it, like you guys said, is the relationship. If your family is not accepting, you know what I'm saying? If her family don't accept you and yours don't accept her, and so how can you hang out with them? And, a lot of people are about family. And here's the secret, though. I think here's the secret. You got to be not only accepting of each other, but you got to be able to laugh at each other. Yes. Make fun of each other. Yes. Don't be too serious. I give you an example. Me and my wife, we at Dollar Tree, and we walking down the candy aisle, and she looked at me and said, "Look, they got watermelon candy." I said, "What, you a fucking racist? You gonna offer me? You gonna offer me some watermelon? What's going on here? You got a sheet that I don't know about?" You know, we joke like that. And the other night we drive, and she was like, "You want some fried chicken?" I just looked at like, "You goddamn racist! Get out this car."
Yeah, I want some fried chicken.
Hey, you know I want some fried chicken.
Did you say yes though?
Yeah, I did, because you know.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, I know you
But
did.
she ain't got the right to assume that. I just, and you know, we joke like that. You know, we play around because you know it's not that serious. You know, it's like I'm like, why you? I was like, man, look, do I offer you green bean casserole? Do I say that?
Right.
I was like, man, you lucky.
And that just goes back to what I was saying with Sam. We can joke with each other about stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be in an interracial relationship and you're able to joke on that type of humor and nobody gets offensive about it, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think the problem comes in when y'all joking with each other and somebody on the outside think y'all shouldn't be doing that. And the thing is like what you shouldn't be doing is jumping in our business.
Right.
First of all, don't jump in our business because now I'm finna make you the subject of the next roast.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
you done interjected yourself on this smoke. Now we finna focus on your ass because you not minding your business, Karen.
Right.
That's what you get for thought and then not thinking.
Right. Like I said, me and Sam, we joke all the time. Like she'll say something, and if I'm walking out the room, I'll just say white folks. And she know I'm not racist, but it's the fact that we joking. And I know Nick done did it to T before too.
Oh yeah,
white people.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I do it at home.
I tell T all the time. Like she's situational. She know when to be Puerto Rican and she know when to be white.
And that's the truth, man. We'll be watching something on TV. We see some white people doing something, and we shake our. I look at her and say, "Man, you need to talk to your people, man. What's wrong?
Exactly.
Like,
what's wrong
what they
with your
doing?"
people?
Yeah,
Like,
she like, no.
My brother's got this running joke, right? Like when I'm on the phone with them and they hear Sam in the background, oh, she hear hustling because that's what white people do. You know what I'm saying? So she hear hustling. You know what I'm saying? But she know it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? She don't take that stuff seriously. She don't be like, oh, your brothers are racist and stuff like that. No, you gotta have fun with the situation.
Hell yeah, because even Tiffany slip up. She be like, oh, ain't that Steve Harvey? I was like, all black people don't look alike. That ain't Steve Harvey. That dude don't look nothing like Steve Harvey.
Listen,
we don't claim Steve Harvey, by the way.
I be thinking the same thing because I was at the hospital one day and I'm sitting at the baby ward, and this was before COVID, and I'm looking at all the babies, and I'm like, bro, how the hell do white people tell their babies apart, bro? Because they all, that's like, at least black people can say they're a different shade. I'd be like, all these white babies look alike to me.
They all look like the Gerber baby.
The Gerber baby.
All of them look like the Gerber. I told Tiffany, like, why white people have kids and all them, born with them big ass water heads with no hair? Like, they all look alike.
They do. That's a white dude be like, that ain't my baby. How you know? He's like the rest of these babies in here. How you know? Like, hey,
Joe, let's start these rapid questions, bro.
All right. So we're gonna subject 3. We're gonna hit these rapid questions right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to be on time getting out. How do you succeed in the interracial relationship? Like, what is the keys to success in it?
I think
I just gave them to you.
Yeah,
we just gave them to you.
It's just
about not letting outsiders influence you.
Not letting outsiders influence you, not taking stuff so seriously. You know what I'm saying? Laughter helps. Laughter helps. You know what I'm saying? That's one big thing in me and Sam's relationship. We laugh a lot. We laugh at each other. We pick on each other. We joke with each other. You know what I'm saying? If she slipped and fall, I'm gonna laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, you laugh first and then you pick up. Yeah.
And I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna make sure she okay, but just know I'm gonna laugh. And she know that. You know what I'm saying? If I happen to run into the wall, which I've done before and she see me, she gonna laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't take
She
stuff too
should.
seriously.
How the
Don't
hell you miss a wall?
man, we're not gonna get on me. I'll just give you an example. But
I know. So listen. It seems like we answered a lot of these questions already because it's like,
So hold on, I
family,
got a couple. It's a couple things too, Jody. Real
yeah,
quick, a
yeah,
couple things. Just like you
Okay.
guys said, number one, you have to realize it's the same thing in our relationship. You have to realize that the whole world does not evolve around you. A lot of people
yeah.
selfish, and that's when they get upset because they think everything needs to be their way or need to be saying stuff the way they want to hear it. The whole world doesn't evolve around you, and communicate. You guys have great communication and laughter. That is true. So long as you communicate and you know the person's heart, you good, man.
Absolutely.
And like I said, we answered a few of these questions. Like, how does your family feel? Obviously, y'all families love y'all partners, and do people stare at y'all? And we answered that one. It's like, yeah, you get stares. So here's a good one. What is your favorite part about your partner's culture? What is the
Oh,
one
that's a
thing
good
you
one.
love?
I'll go first. I'll start off. So I'm gonna start off with her Puerto Rican side. Man, they cook.
Yeah.
They can cook.
Yeah.
And then on her white side, they more adventurous. Like they more traveling. Just getting out and exploring. So with us being together, I ain't saying we done traveled the whole world, but it feel like we getting there.
That's the same
So
thing with me. Oh, go ahead, my bad.
no, that was about it. But yeah, I mean, we do some little traditions that our family do. Like I think, Brand, we probably was small when we carved the pumpkin, but we almost do that every year now.
Yeah.
We get out to like the pumpkin patch, out east Bradenton. Um, it's just a lot of stuff that her culture does that we probably wouldn't even think about doing. And even though I might not like doing it, I do it because she like doing it, and
I was just gonna say that.
it's fun just to get out and do it together, whether I like it or not.
Yeah, it's that adventurous thing with me. Sam always want to do something adventurous. Sam, she's about crafts, so she like to do crafty stuff. And before I got with Sam, I never did crafty. So I was always an art type of person. But as far as doing crafts, going to Hobby Lobby, like I be asking her, "Do you want to go to Hobby Lobby?"
I
You know what
just
I'm
go
saying?
just so I can look, not to spend no money.
So that's one of the big things that I see that's different as far as our cultures is that she does a lot of crafty stuff and like she like to make a lot of stuff. Like I made my DVD rack. I would have never did that if it wasn't for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the big things with us is that she's very adventurous. She like to go out and do stuff. Um Traveling. We like to travel. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that I wouldn't have done if I was never with her. I promise you I wouldn't have done
All right.
Rio, what you got?
Definitely for me is the food. I love some soul food. Oh my god.
Me too. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I can't wait for Thanksgiving.
That's what I miss the most about being back home in Detroit is the fucking food. That's what I miss the most is the food. For sure.
High blood pressure.
So if anybody is cooking around here, some good soul food, please save me a plate because I want some. Because down here we just do the Arab. We just do the Arabic culture. We do grape leaves, we do lamb, we do rice. So if anybody's cooking some good greens, holla at me.
You can't eat everybody greens. Everybody don't wash their stuff now.
That's what I'm saying. I know, but I need good greens. That's why I said some good greens. I need some good greens.
You got it, Coach.
Man, I like the fact that majority of places we go around here, I got a walking translator. So now I know what they saying. So
people talking about you. People talking about you.
Know what they talking about. I just go to get my translator. Like, what they talking about? She's like, oh, you okay? They ain't talking about black folks. I'm like, okay. But obviously, just the being able to travel and go to different places, like some of these countries where they speak Spanish. So now when me and my wife go, again, you can communicate a lot easier. So I love that aspect of being able to do that and travel and, experience both cultures as well, and of course the cooking definitely. So I think that's the biggest thing that I love about it. Not to mention some other things that I can't really mention.
Here you go. Go ahead, Jody.
Y'all can mention that on Tuesday if you need to.
So, hey, we'll talk. One of my biggest things that I was loving was I loved a little bit of that white privilege, boy. I tell you, I was enjoying the side of that right there, boy. I was like, yes, got pulled over.
Using your mic.
Hey,
went to the restaurant and got right in, didn't you? Got right in the restaurant.
Went to a restaurant. We got a decent table. We didn't get scared. I didn't get stereotyped. I got pulled over, and he came over to the car acting nice. Told me to have a nice night, and I was like, "Hey, I like this. I like this little white privilege right here. This is it right here. This is it."
Oh my god!
Starbucks has a secret menu. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about that.
I drank Starbucks. I wasn't drinking Starbucks until I got on sale.
Me neither.
They have a secret menu. What are you talking about?
Bro, you go up there.
Wait, no, don't tell me, because I quit Starbucks.
So you go up there.
Start it back up. Start it back up.
Finna get you back hooked. Oh. Bath and Body Works has like email coupons that they send to you. You can get the stuff for like $5.95. Like, listen, I was so oblivious to this. You know what I'm saying?
That's not like.
Never had a candle in my house until I got with sale.
Man, Jody and Randy, yesterday we go. That's Bath and Body Works with the candles and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We go in there. We get 6 candles.
And don't even care about buying them.
Yeah, they act like they $1 each. We get 6 candles. She talking about Jody showed me this, Jody showed me that. I'm smelling them. They smelling all right. We get to the register. Lady say 106. I about left the stove.
I know that's
You gotta wait until they go on sale. Right now they're on sale for like $15 a piece or something, but you gotta wait because December 1st. Did I say December 1st? Jody, what did I tell you? December 1st?
December 1st, baby. $10.
Yeah, December 1st. $10 candles.
So what I'm gonna need y'all to do is not to tell my wife about none of this.
Listen.
Well, I mean, I kind of just did.
Yes, listen.
Hopefully she ain't watching right now.
Bro, listen, Nick, Sam was telling me, he's like, hey, babe, Bath and Body Works got a candle sale, and I look right at you, so you finna go buy some? Like I was.
Hell yeah! And you can use your Victoria's Secrets credit card at Bath and Body Works now.
See, I didn't even know that.
There you go.
I'm glad Sam ain't got no credit card.
Listen,
Jody got an extra one.
Hey, don't worry about it, Nick, because Sam, don't worry about it, because Teresa and Amanda be texting back and forth, so they communicating this right now. So they are in the loop, bruh. Don't.
Well, I'm telling you, we ain't even stepped into no store and I already feel like $100 broken right now.
This is what I want to know. Y'all burning all these candles and and stuff. When are y'all gonna upgrade to the essential oils? That's what I want.
I have that too.
I ain't got,
but it ain't nothing busting like them candles.
Jimmy said thank you.
We're gonna go upgrade to essential oils.
I got the essential oils, but ain't nothing busting like them damn candles.
Thank you, real. Them candles be off the chain, boy. Like I get this black cherry Merlot.
Yeah, the black cherry Merlot is good.
It's
Christmas time, you do the balsam.
Yes,
it's that Bergmont waters and that mahogany teak wood. But that's
the mahogany teak wood.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna start talking about these people because we ain't getting no money for advertising. Hey,
I said I need to go ahead and get me a little part-time job just so I could get that discount.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna tell you what you got.
Oh man. See, y'all talking about y'all like the food. Y'all like the travel.
Oh, he finna switch it up.
Here we go.
I like the bedroom boom. There you go.
Tuesday, sir. That's Tuesday.
Yeah, that's Tuesday.
I like the bedroom boom.
That's Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
I'm trying to keep it PG, sir.
This is PG. Hey, they cook in the bedroom. That's what I like, baby. They got a king. Man, they got to kink
You
that
gonna,
man.
you gonna have some kid talking about they bring pots and pans in the bedroom?
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it PG, man. So if they have pots and pans in the bedroom, they bring it, man. Look, look. I'm just saying, man, when I first had a white girl, put her mouth on my soundboard, that was it. I was like, hey, man, I kept coming back for more.
Hey, I think tell it.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all.
We about to mute your mic, Taylor, because you about to get
man.
Real Talk Tuesday on Saturday.
Well, I thought Jody would have went off the handle with this one, but Jody, I apologize.
I mean, it was up here. It was up here because I was like, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican women, boy. Woo.
Yeah, I mean, you can think it. You just can't.
I mean, we was all thinking it. Taylor just said it. We was all
I'm going to say the thing. I said the things you thinking. See,
we was all thinking it. We was just all trying to be PG, but we was all thinking it.
Coach A put it out there first.
Well,
he did.
He kept it real PG. He hit it and then he hopped right off of it. That's
because he's an instigator.
Well,
right off of it. Instigator.
Yeah, he planted the seed. I just grew the tree, baby. That's all.
Added a little water.
So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna stop watering this tree.
Okay. Okay. Can I say this? They smell like pumpkin spice, and I like that.
It's a whole bunch of different smells telling that is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. I like the pumpkin spice smell, and they taste like buttermilk. There you go.
It tastes like buttermilk, boy.
Like, I'm gonna leave it at that.
And all that.
We're gonna leave it at that.
We're gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I'm talking about pumpkin pie and pound cake.
CEO, I need you to go ahead and end this show.
Hey, listen. One of my CMs say we need to go ahead and wrap it up, which we do. We need to go ahead and wrap it up. But listen, I want to say thank you for everybody that came through and watched today on this interracial conversation. A lot of dialogue, a lot of laughter. With that being said, y'all tune in to Real Talk Tuesday to get a little taste, not a taste, get the whole broad table of what we were just hinting at on Real Talk Tuesday with Uncle Pudge and the craziest cousin of all, Jody Skywalker, man.
Yes.
But, like I said, thank everybody for tuning in. Rhea, man, thank you for pulling up on us today.
Thank you for having me.
A very, very loyal family member. Everybody that was in the comments, Jimbo had to leave, but he was in the comments. Nate was in the comments. Tiffany, Megan just jumped into the comments. We thank y'all for jumping in the comments, man. What's up, Coach?
I got those pictures. I got those pictures of in our
So how about we'll close out on the pictures today. Rhea, Amanda, Coach A, Jody, and Jimbo did a heck of a job feeding the homeless last week, man, and it was just amazing. They all represented for Family Talk and did a great deed, man. So we just want to thank you guys for doing that and being a light of joy for the community down there in Bradenton, man. So y'all keep that up. Just check out these pictures as we going through. Some lovely pictures. Coach, boy, you looking clean in that red, boy. I see you, boy. I see. I don't know what Jimbo wearing them boots for, but I see him too.
Jimbo had just got off of work.
He got off of work. Oh,
Jimbo got off of work.
My bad, Jimbo. He finna say something to me later about it. But this is awesome, man. Yeah. This is just awesome. You guys doing
Jody was serving a little bit too up front. He couldn't even open the bag.
So let me ask y'all a question.
He's a certified rice server now.
How was the experience of serving the people?
It was fun, man. Even though Coach A got all the shine, he got to be the pretty face in the front while we was all in the back doing hard work. You know what I'm saying? Rhea was back there MVP and up wrapping his silverware. You know what I'm saying? And I was back there serving up the extra rice, even though I got yelled at it like 6 times. Amanda was back there throwing in the extra. Hey, listen, man. I'm just trying to get the people the food. You feel me? But no, it was a good time, bro. We real deal had fun.
But you wasn't getting yelled at by none of the people there.
No, it was
Who was telling you you was spending too much?
It was only Rhea and Amanda that had something to say about my.
It was all about
Yeah,
presentation, okay? It was all about
'Cause
presentation.
Thank
This
you.
man
'Cause I
putting
know-
the rice in there, and it's falling out. It's on top of the container. It's on the bottom of the container.
When you lift up your sausage, guess what? Boom, you got another spoonful of rice. That might make somebody's night. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody's right, yeah. Or on the top before
No, you did a great
open
job.
your
You did a great
I
job,
appreciate
Mike.
Yes, all
Great
of y'all
job.
was great. All of y'all was great. So with that being said, like I said, family members, we love y'all. Y'all tune in. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. Anybody that got anything else before we wrap it up tonight? Or to this morning. I'm saying night. This morning.
If you've never dated outside your race, please do, because it's amazing.
It is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
This will probably be the last time we see him until next Saturday after Thanksgiving. So y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
I mean, y'all will see Real Talk Tuesday, and I don't know if they'll see Coach A. No, that's
Y'all see
Friday,
Coach
right?
A on Friday.
Yeah, y'all see Real Talk Tuesday, but from Family Talk to y'all have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
sir.
Anybody else?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Listen,
Yes.
when you put your Christmas lights up and take them down, should be a date question. Just so it don't end in divorce.
Oh my God. Uncle Pudge, what you got for us? Uncle Pudge? What you got? What's your final thought?
It's my final thought, man. We had fun talking about the differences of interracial relationships, but we can apply that to everybody. Once we understand that we all are different culturally, whatever, and once we embrace those differences and celebrate those differences and respect those differences, we'll be a better society and a better people. And just remember, it really doesn't matter. We all bleed red, and when the lights go off, we all black, baby.
We all black, baby. With that being
Amen to
said,
that.
with that being said, y'all have a great Saturday. We love y'all. We will see y'all Tuesday on Real Talk Tuesday and chopping it up with our two favorite members of this podcast, Uncle Pudge and Mr. CM.
Remember, it's grown and sexy on Tuesday.
Grown and sexy on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Put the kids to sleep.
I ain't holding shit back on Tuesday.
Hey, you bet not, real. You bet not. Hey, y'all have a good Saturday. We love y'all.
They wasn't worried about me last year. When the cashier sent me to my car when I came short, now I got the game torn. They either hate it or love it. Slim chances on advances, I just balanced the budget. Fuck it, free my niggas on my Harriet Tubman. They said I'd never be the greatest, that's a scary assumption. But now I'm buzzing like the last shot. Got these lame tired old niggas about to pass out.